Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. And boy, the packages have been coming in fast and furious. And again, most of this stuff has been coming in prior to quarantine, although things I will say are starting to lift up in my neck of the woods. I hope they are in your area too. I've noticed products starting to return to the shelves in the sense of essentials like toilet paper and food and things of that nature. And I hope that the states can open up little at a time in a very slow and careful measure so people can stay safe. Again, it's also, if you're on lockdown, you should definitely not be going out unless you have absolutely emergency. You have to. But for me, I've been doing a lot of ordering online. I've tried to stay away from ordering new during the quarantine itself, unless there was like a day-only sale, that kind of thing. That only happened that day, and I was mentioning that in the last episode. This was some stuff that was ordered earlier. So one is from Dork Side Toys, and the other one, I forget where. It's a Funko, but I can't remember exactly where I ordered it. So why don't we start with this one, since it's in a, who knows? Not sure. Doesn't say. Doesn't even give you a hint. Let's see. I think I know. Oh, yes, I know what this is. This is Boba Fett, but not just any Boba Fett, okay? This is Star Wars Holiday Special, baby. I love the color scheme of Boba Fett. This is the first introduction of Boba Fett, and they have had a lot of Boba Fett's, in one format or another, action figure, statues, animated maquettes, all sorts of things where Boba Fett has made an appearance. But this one, this is such an awesome thing. I'm going to bring one little complaint. It's not a big complaint. It's a little complaint. It's more of an organizational complaint. You notice how it says on the box, 305? That's kind of like a number system. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure there are Funko sites that can tell you all sorts of reasons what that number system means, and that's fine. But I do kind of wish that they would include that on the figure, or at least on the stand, like on the bottom, just so that it's easier to take, because I will not keep this box. Yes, I recognize that will upset some people, and I know, but the reality of it is I like Funkos to be on display, outside. They're bobbleheads, guys. They're meant to be bobbled. All right, but this is, obviously the first appearance of Boba Fett, Star Wars Holiday Special, late November 1978, I believe. And at some point, folks, I will say this: now that I've learned a little bit more about live streaming and a little bit more about being able to watch things, I might actually decide that we're going to do a kind of a retrospective watch through of the holiday special, but I'm not going to do it until we are into the holiday season. So be prepared for that. I will tell you, if I do that, I am going to edit it down, because I am not watching Jefferson Starship, and I am certainly not watching the whole Diane Carroll, the weird funky girl in that Grandpa Itchy was looking at. No, we're not watching that. We're going to skip right over that. But the rest of it, I think there's some fun stuff we can look at. So we will try that out. But this is Boba Fett, and arguably the best part in many people's minds of the series, of that TV show special, was the introduction of Boba Fett in the whole cartoon. It was just a unique adventure. It had the voices of all the original cast: Luke, Leia, Han. They were all in it, and Vader was in it, and and Boba Fett was a new character, and it was totally non-canon to what we know of Boba Fett these days, but it does have historical significance. It's the first time we saw Boba Fett in any kind of media format. Okay, and you can see that his outfit has a little yellow on the chest plate, on the knee brace. It's got that really cool rifle with almost like the cattle prod on the end, which Jon Favreau used in The Mandalorian. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so an awesome figure, well deserving of a place in the Darth Tuba collection. Okay, now we've got this. We've got the Dork Side. I'm gonna get there it is. Dork Side Toys, and I do not remember what these are. So let's just open it up and see what we can see. feels that there's some weight to it. Yep, I know what this is. I know what this is. Yes. Oh, wait, it's more than one. It's two things. First, the big. It is the TIE Fighter. And guess what? It's the TIE Fighter in the vintage style box, which is awesome. And Baby Yoda, the child, the asset. Oh my God, this is awesome. All right. So, which one do we do first? What do we do first? I don't know. I mean, the TIE Fighter is cool. And again, I want to keep the box as is. I'll do the TIE Fighter first, okay? Because I think what I might end up doing for Baby Yoda, due to its size, I might shift the camera focus to very down low so you can see it closer, okay? But let's start with the TIE Fighter box. First of all, and again, you know what? I wonder, you youngins out there, anybody who's a child or a teenager or even in your early 20s, you must think us old guys, old farts, as being just crazy because we get so emotional when we look at items that have this Star Wars, we call it the racing stripe kind of setup, all right? But it's more than that, okay, guys? It's more than that. It's the artwork on the pictures itself. You've got the TIE Fighter. You got I guess it's Vader. No, not Vader. You've got the TIE pilot and the two stormtroopers, and you got that really cool orangey red kind of sunsetty background. That was such a unique aspect of the whole idea of Star Wars packaging. And, it just was something really, really cool. I don't know how to explain it. So much so that as much as I love unboxing, and I do love unboxing, that is not in any way because I don't like the boxes themselves. I mean, heck, if you look behind me, you can see that we actually have kept some of the boxes and used them as backdrops because it is such a cool look and a cool style and just amazing. Now, I was told that this box would be damaged, and this was a very, very, very sailed item, okay? They have released a TIE Fighter before. However, I will say that they have not released too many with they started only recently providing TIE Fighters that had the full wing span. The TIE Fighter that came out back in the day, the Kenner one, had a very small wingspan, meaning like the ties themselves, the tie wing, tie foils or whatever, were not that big. I mean, comparatively. So Kenner had been able to figure out. Excuse me. Let me just get the rest of this before I knock the camera or anybody else over. There we go. Now, as I said, I'm going to keep this box, and I'm actually going to keep the inserts to help support the inside of the box so I can display the box. Isn't that lovely? Oh, and then it comes with a figure. Comes with a TIE pilot. So that's cool. Back in the day, folks, when they first had when they first had TIE Fighters released in the 70s, they did not have a TIE pilot right away. So if you wanted to have a pilot, you either had to put a stormtrooper in there, or you had to put Darth Vader in there. Okay, who knows? I mean, it was just that kind of a thing. So this obviously, and I will say that the main, this part, which sounds like it's, oh, wow, this is different. I have to look at that. I see. It's the seat. I get it. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. Let me just get the rest of this. Looks like nothing else, so you can go in there and support the box. Thank you, sir. And then we got our TIE Fighter wings. But you see, this is like, in proportion to the center part of the TIE Fighter, this is much closer to what the TIE Fighter should be. So I thought that was a really cool thing. Unfortunately, it takes up more room, which makes it difficult to display. But it's a small price to pay. I'm not one that typically gets every single iteration of the TIE Fighters or the X-Wings, or there's been a ton since the 90s. Oh my goodness, there have been so many. I can't even tell you. All right, so it doesn't look like these are. Looks like we just have eject seat Oh! So we have an ejector seat? Is that really something that they can do? That seems a little weird. Somehow I don't think that the Empire would have an ejector seat. I just feel like, yeah, no, they wouldn't do that. But it doesn't look as though, it looks as though what they really, the purpose of that is not to be an actual ejector seat, but to just have a place to hold the figure, which is good. And then the lid closes, and then it has, it's only like a tongue and groove kind of thing. Sorry for the sound effect. Oh! Okay, I get this now. So, all right. So you've got your TIE Fighter, right? Pretty cool. And now I will say that from a displayability factor, you will find that this might start to bend like this, okay? These are plastic, folks. It's not meant to last forever, okay? If you put a lot of weight on this like this, you might see it shifting like that, okay? And there are no electronics to this, okay? It is just a simple TIE Fighter. But this was so cool because this is far more proportioned correctly to the TIE Fighter than what the original Kenner TIE Fighter was, okay? I mean, we didn't care as kids. We loved having it like that. It was fine. Now, if you press these two buttons here, okay, the wings are going to come off, and I'm just going to I'm going to let this wing fall, and this one I'm going to catch. I guess this one didn't want to fall. Now, also, I think if you do them together, I think there's like an ejection here, but I don't think the ejection thing works that well. In fact, it doesn't look like it worked at all, so maybe that isn't true. Okay. Get in there, Mr. TIE Fighter. All right. So, I mean, from a play factor, it's basic, but it's still, the whole, nostalgic factor is absolutely amazing. So, but you got to make sure that, you got to listen for that click. All right. So, there's a TIE Fighter. A really cool piece. I do believe I own one of these, but I think it's white, so this one's more gray. So that's cool. Okay. Or at least it's a lighter gray. I'll have to check and compare. All right. But now we got to work on something a little smaller, but no less significant. Okay. So let me just switch up the camera angle so we can get a little close up of the child or the asset. All right. So it does say Mandalorian and the child. This is, in fact, a Black Series action figure, okay? And you can see that it comes with, oh boy, it comes with a frog, and oh my goodness, it comes with a frog, it comes with a bowl, a bone broth bowl, and it comes with a little tiny little ball that he plays with on the ship. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I have a feeling I'm actually going to end up buying two of these because first of all, it wasn't that expensive, and second of all, I'm going to want. This is one I think just for sheer. I don't want to lose it because oh my god, this thing is so tiny. Although I guess I could keep the box. We'll see. I want to see how this thing kind of comes out. All right, so I mean, it is an adorably little. I just broke his arm off. Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay, it's better. It's an adorably little, cute baby Yoda. There he is. Now, with that being said, I appreciate that it comes in this plastic container that you can open up and you can have the frog and the bowl and the thing. But I'm going to tell you this right now. These things are so tiny, I'm not even taking them out. First of all, it doesn't look as though Yoda he doesn't even have it in his ability to hold anything. If I tried to move the arms too much, they fell off. Okay, so that's a little bit of an issue. I just want to make sure this doesn't give us any instruction. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I think this is just where they, this is just where they put their legalese. Okay, it is an awesome likeness. Great, the details in the robe for such a small figure. This stuff, I love it. I'm glad that they included it. Unfortunately, it doesn't make a lot of sense to try to take it out. It's just something that's going to get lost. So what I'll do is I'm going to take Yoda, Baby Yoda, the child, the asset. I know. Until they give me an actual name, it's hard for me to go anywhere. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to essentially put him next to the Mandalorian figure that I have. And these are going to stay in the box. Okay? Because it's just an easy way for them to get lost. Okay, so there is our Baby Yoda. Okay? Along with our TIE fighter. And I would love to see if Baby Yoda could pilot a TIE fighter. I saw him trying to pilot the Mandalorian ship, so there you go. New episode. And remember, he may be a baby, but he's 50. So I think he's got a little snark in him, and I think you never know what can happen. So that'll do it for this week's episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that jazz, folks. You hear it on every other channel. You know what to do. The more likes we get, the more comments we get, the more our views, our viewership gets noticed, and we can get bumped up more to the top and get better advertising. Meaning, like, not us getting people to advertise with us, but our actual channel getting easier to be seen by more people. All right, I love what I do. I love sharing this with all of you. So spread the word. 5,000 plus subscribers is awesome. Let's keep it going. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And he doesn't really talk, but may the force be with you.